everyone, and welcome back to Real English. Today we're going to be having a look at the TOEIC exam, and in this video it's basically for people who have seen this exam and they don't really know what it involves or what the exam is. Okay, so in this video we're going to have a quick look at exactly what the TOEIC exam involves and who would take it or perhaps should take it. So, TOEIC. First of all, what does TOEIC stand for? And it's an absolute mouthful, okay? So it stands for the Test of English for International Communication. Woo! Very scary. Not really. The TOEIC is actually a really good exam, basically because it's completely multiple choice. Yeah, so you always have ABC or ABCD. So this means, it's not that stressful. You don't have to write anything. There is no speaking or anything like that to speak of. Excuse the pun. But yeah. So anyway, the test. First of all, who uses the TOEIC? So the TOEIC is basically internationally recognized, and predominantly or mostly it is used by businesses to assess your level of English. So maybe your manager will ask you to take the TOEIC, or perhaps before you get a job they'll ask you to get above a certain TOEIC score to prove that your English is at a level that you'll be able to cope with the job you'll be doing. It's also governments will ask you, perhaps especially if you're maybe working for the government, they'll say you need above a certain TOEIC score to be eligible to do so. So especially with business, I would say you'll be asked to do it. Also, universities might ask you for a certain level of TOEIC score, especially again if you're graduating. They'll say that all our graduates have a TOEIC score of this and above, and again this is for business reasons, so they know that you can go into the international job market and be able to cope with English. So the test itself, what exactly does it involve? Okay, so there are 200 questions. Yep, that's a lot of questions. 100 of the questions are listening questions, and this lasts about 45 minutes, and in another video I'll be going through each part of the test bit by bit, giving you tips and advice to get you through it. The listening generally is actually fairly demanding. The first two parts are okay, but part 3 and part 4 are rather demanding. And then of course there are 100 what they call reading comprehension questions, and there are kind of some grammar things, and again there's going to be some more videos going through this in detail. I'm not going to dwell on it now. Okay, so 200 questions, 100 listening, 100 reading. Bam! That's it. Okay? Pretty straightforward. And as I said before, all of these questions are multiple choice. Hooray! Happy days. The test itself will last for 2 hours, which, to be honest, these days for an English test is very reasonable. And you can see here the timings: 45 minutes for the listening and 75 minutes for the reading comprehension part of the test. Now, the best part of the TOEIC is there is no pass and there is no fail. Yep, that's right. If you sit the TOEIC, you will be getting a certificate which will give you a mark out of 1,000. So again, obviously the higher your mark, the better your level of English. And as a general rule of thumb, if you can get above 500, 600, your score is okay. If you're lower than this, you're at a lower level. And I think this is one of the things that you have to realize, and it's one of the beauties about the TOEIC exam. It will give you a qualification of your level of English. Okay, so if you're a basic learner, it will give you that basic 300-400 out of 1,000. If you're a proficient speaker, you should be able to get 800-900 out of 1,000, and you'll also get that. And that is one of the beauties of this exam. So, thank you very, very much for watching. If there are any other questions out there, please feel free to ask, and there are going to be a lot more videos coming out about the TOEIC. So subscribe, share them with your friends, and keep on watching. Bye for now.